what it is, what's happening. So I just unearthed my van. And if some of you guys that follow the channel, follow my YouTube, don't know that I purchased that van about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. Had it shipped in from California, and I've done nothing with it. Well, to be fair, I moved and other projects going on, and well, I need to empty it out because I kind of used it as storage. But this thing's from California, and this thing is rock solid. I know some of you guys are not into vans, and some of you guys may say it's a creeper van or whatever. I don't care because I think it's cool. So eventually, it'll get a 302, probably a C6 trans. Believe it or not, originally these things had C4s, which is a really small trans for this big van. But these things are usually hammered out all in here, rotted out bad. They have rust issues in the floor, in the door jambs. This thing doesn't have any of that because it came from California. Good California title. So, what am I doing today? Well, I'm cleaning up this little garage, which is all the way on the corner of my property, so we can get it leveled. It's not level, but big thing is just getting it cleaned up and kind of organized, so I keep my new truck in here. It's outside. I don't want it outside. So this truck, or the van, is going to go in another garage all the way on the other side of the property, where I've got a 60 Chevy Apache pickup. That's coming out of there so I can work on it. And the van will go in there. A lot of moving today. But you know what's kind of interesting is this little 12 by 24 garage, when this garage was in the house I had in Smyrna, I worked out of this garage. Every evening. All the side work you see me do on my channel and all, I did out of this garage for 5 years. 5 years I worked out of this little tiny garage. I'll put a picture up at the end of the video and you will see how packed it was. Packed. But I did motor jobs in here. And I did an F-250 motor and transmission. I put everything all together in here and I did it right outside the door when this thing was in Smyrna. I've owned this little garage for a long time. I just had a roof put on it. So we're going to have it leveled up. The only reason that we have it leveled when we brought it down here to the beach was I wasn't sure I was going to keep it in this spot. I thought I was going to turn it another way, but my yard slopes down that way, so it's going to stay here. It's all the way in the corner. I've got an acre here, so it's not like I got a great big piece of property, not like the house in Dover, but the yard kind of slopes, kind of goes down that way towards the house, and of course the shop is over there, but it is what it is. I decided I'm going to keep it in the corner of this property because I've got all these great big pine trees. This corner of the yard is kind of useless. So I'll be able to put some junk up there. I'm going to trim them branches up in there so I can hide like junk at it. Junk I don't care, it's outside, but I don't want to throw away, you know. Old hoods, doors, whatnot. That shit can go outside. But I need to straighten this mess up in here. Kind of organize it some. I've got a whole set of doors because I'm going to replace the 2 back doors on the van because I want no windows. Now what's interesting with these, I think this is a 70. What's interesting with these second gen Ford vans is these back doors, if you don't have a slider, the back doors will work on the side. That's kind of cool. Like I said, this is a really, really rock solid van. It just needs a lot of love, which I ain't scared of. That don't bother me. These things are known for some serious rust down in the front by the steering box. But this doesn't have it. This has a little bit of rust in the battery box, which is anything of this age is going to have that. This thing was literally in the desert. There's literally sand on the dash and on the floor. But this thing's cool. So yeah, check my channel out upcoming. I don't know, it's probably going to be You know what? It's going to be a year before I even fool with it. That's why I want to get it inside. I mean, I might put a motor together for it and a trans and maybe make it run, maybe over the winter next year. I've got, let's see, there's in that bag is a Roller 302. That's another Roller 302 motor there. We got the flat tapping motor there. So one of those Roller 5.0 motors are going to find its way in this van. Actually, now that I'm sitting here thinking, that one in the black bag, that's actually a running motor. I came out of a Mountaineer with like, I don't know, 80-some thousand miles or 90,000 miles or something. Clean as a pin inside. You might get that motor. We're not making, it's a van. It's not a race car. It's like trying to push a brick down the road. So look, I'm going to get at it because I got to clean all this shit up. I've got exhaust pipe, a hood up here. I want to put some plywood up here and make a shelf so I can stack some junk in here. So I can keep my new truck inside because it needs to go back inside. That truck's been inside until I moved here to the beach. It was inside every day, so it's going back inside. So that's what's going on down here at the Beach Ranch. Got some other, nothing really interesting going on. We got my, hopefully get to this thing here. We got it running and driving. Got the paperwork straightened out. So, I don't know, maybe in the next week or so, I'm going to patch up some of the lights, make the lights work, and a horn, and try to get it through DMV. Try. But I'm a little leery, just because I don't know how the brakes are. And I really don't want to get into all that stuff right yet. The brakes are kind of mushy, so we'll see what we can do. All right, I'm going to get at it. Holla at your boy. Keeps it reals. Catch me on the next one. All finished up, and it fits in there like a glove. What a mess. But plenty of room. Just barely fits, but it fits. So I put up some plywood on the walls, cleaned this thing up, organized it, put all the junk on the shelves. Stuff I'm not, that I never put away from moving. And now the truck's inside. It's where to live until I need it or want to drive it. That's where it's going to stay. Now, we got to finish phase 2 of putting this junk away. And boy, we got a mess. And we still got more junk to drag out. So look, holla at your boy. Keeps it reals.